everybody, my name is Robert and I will be building a tiny house on wheels. So here's the plan. Just a week ago or so I bought this Vlemex tiny house trailer. It's a really nice one. It's a T660 plateau. Right now we are in Budapest, Hungary. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm from Den Haag in the Netherlands. The reason I'm here is I have a very good friend and he borrowed me this location. It's a parking lot, a little sketchy here in the city center. But it's great because I have free space to work and I can start building my project here. This Vlemex TH660 plateau is galvanized, which means that there is a protection layer against rust. But I don't think it's very pretty and I don't want to build a nice tiny house and then have a standard galvanized little steel under there. So what I will do is I will paint at least the underside so that everything you see when the house is built is nice and black. When I ordered this trailer, I made sure to add 4 of these legs, which means that I could lift the entire trailer upwards, make sure it's level and it's stable, which is really important if you're going to work on it. So I made sure that the entire trailer is on the 4 legs and it's all level and I can work on it right now. I bought this metal paint, 3-in-1 primer and finish. It's black, but before I can apply it, I will need to make sure that the entire trailer has been sanded. And I have a couple different grits here, but I'll probably be using 180, specially made for metal. The sanding is going pretty well, but I need to remove some of these little tie wraps. That's easily done and I can remove them afterwards with no problems. Because now, come here, well, this cable will be free and I can paint underneath. I need to remove the Vlemex letters now and then sand it as well on this part. Okay, I got it to work and it's actually quite satisfying. Okay, when this is done, I can sand over it and make sure everything is sanded, and then I'll need to clean everything. Right, the whole thing has been sanded. Took a couple hours, but it's done. I even removed the brakes from the axle and I sanded the entire axle, both of them. So everything is ready to go. Now I first need to clean everything and I have a brake cleaner, so that will get rid of all the fat, make sure the new paint can bond properly. But before I do that, I'll need to tape everything off. All the parts that will not be painted and that are near the parts that will be painted will have to be taped. For instance, one of these legs, and all the lights will have to be taped, as well as this front part. Well, there will be a lot of tape over here. So let's do it.
A bad translation to a foreign film.
It's time. I'm all done degreasing. Let's do this.
So I got this black paint and it said it should be 3-in-1, so I don't need primer. But I took extra precaution and I degreased and sanded everything properly for a good bondage, because this will need to last for years. Oh yeah. First layer. Oh my god, it's so leaky.
Good morning everybody, it is the next day. I just came back here now, I can properly see it in the right lighting. Looks pretty good actually.
Pretty happy with the result. As you can see, everything is pretty neatly blackenized. I put all the brake cables back in place. I took away all the tape, and now it's time to put these back on during this whole project. What I need to do today is I'll go and load up this trailer with a bunch of OSB wood, and I'm gonna get that at a big building store. Okay, I chose 18mm OSB wood. We're loading it up now. I have 5 panels of 18mm and I'll have 2 panels of 15mm to make other stuff with, mainly the underground storage. Fixing it now, and I'm going to drive it back to the workshop. Make sure everything is nice and tight. Now I'm going to saw the first strip off of my underfloor panels. Alright, I'll keep doing this a couple times until all the panels are ready to go and ready to fit onto the trailer. This is how far I am. I fitted all the panels here on this side. You can see there's 2 in the length way and 1 horizontally, which has been chopped a little bit to fit exactly on the side of this profile. Why? Because I will have a sunken down box in there, and these panels as well, there's 1 here and then 1 chopped up exactly to fit these metal profiles. And now I just need to fit 2 more panels this way, and then I'll have exactly the cavities where I want them. Good morning! I picked up some wood. It fits barely in my car. They're just over 4 meters long and sticking out in the back. I'm transporting them now to the trailer. These will be used to make the boxes, because I cannot make the joints strong without side pieces of wood, since the material is only 15mm thick and it's OSB, so it doesn't screw well. These wooden beams will act as support for the corners of the boxes, the underground boxes, so that I can screw them from the bottom and the side properly. These wooden beams are a bit rough, so I'll be sanding them to make them pretty and smooth. All the pieces are ready to go. I have this setup, which means that I'll clamp all the wooden bars against the OSB, pre-drill the holes, and then I bought a 4.5mm, 40mm long wood screws, and those will be going into the OSB, into the wood. A couple of things to make sure of while building a box like this is to make sure that everything is nice and straight on a 90-degree angle. And then it's time to drill the pilot holes. Make sure you drill them on the right way. Was a bit of fiddling around to get everything square, but number 1 is almost done. The sides are done, I just need to fix the top. There we go, I pre-fitted both boxes into the holes and it fit perfectly. I'm super happy about every alignment and that it's all straight, and it just fits like a glove. Now I gotta figure out how to make it waterproof. At the bottom I'll probably cover it in the sheathing that I'll use for the entire trailer. And I'll probably have to insulate it as well with a little layer. It doesn't have to be as thick as for the entire trailer, since there will be a bunch of stuff and an area in between, which will also be have an insulated value. Guys from Practicare just arrived and came here with the nickel cell insulation, and it's ready to go. But I'm not sure. I have to think about what kind of sheathing I'll get underneath to protect this nickel cell, because if it's going to be below
as the bottom layer, it'll be susceptible for any moisture or animals or whatever. So I'm thinking of adding an aluminium sheathing or maybe some other materials. I am at the Obi, which is one of the bigger home improvement stores of Hungary. And I'm looking for a couple different things, mainly screws, aluminium roll for the flashing underneath, and some other little things. There's so many options for a vapor barrier, I have no idea what to take. Okay, I got my vapor permeable foil behind me. Now I'm going to an aluminium place where they sell aluminium sheets or rolls to put underneath my trailer. Alright, I got my 100 micron aluminium foil, 25 meters long and 1 meter wide, which should be about right, hopefully not too little. I'm driving here beautifully aside the river Pest at Budapest. It's really nice, and going back to the trailer now. So I am back at the workshop. I took all the flooring off and put it to the side, and I think I will be putting the boxes in. I will mount them through the wood into the steel, and I'll need to get some extra steel screws for that. But I'm thinking, since I will be putting flashing underneath the trailer and then probably continuing the flashing over the box, since the box really needs to be protected, there also needs to be flashing here on this side. So I figured that it would be easier to do that while the box is still outside of the frame. So I'm going to get some aluminium and put it on the sides here. Oh, here you see the aluminium roll I got. Isn't she beautiful? This is a 100 micron sheet and it's 25 meters long. Wow. It's gonna be so sick to work with. Alright, I cut out a sheet of aluminium and I covered the side here. And I'll be using this aluminium tape as well to cover the sides up and make sure it's all watertight. Alright, so I got this edge covered. I think cutting the aluminium foil is super nice to do and very satisfying. I'm gonna rip it up. There you go. Here's your sheet. Careful. Yes. 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 Come on, baby. Alright, the boxes are in, the aluminium is on, everything is tight, everything is right, and right now I am pre-drilling the holes where I would mount them in the steel. I'm using self-drilling screws. If I would have just done it directly, then it would go and make a hole in the wood, and then it would come to the steel and then just push the wood backwards, which will be devastating. So that's why I'm pre-drilling. After all the pre-drilling, it's time for the self-tapping screws, which goes really easy because I have the pilot hole and it keeps it all straight. And I can put pressure on my elbow on the other side to have some pressure. Easy. Alright everybody, both of the boxes are installed and on their place, and this will be the end of today's vlog. The next one I'll be installing the insulation and the metal aluminium flashing underneath, and let's see what else I get done. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week.